I'm chill, entonces vamos a leer todo el juramento, ¿ok?
Okay.
Good morning, brother Remy.
Good morning, Eliezer.
Gail, do you have a very bright light in your back? If
Yes.
you move a little your camera,
Okay.
will be better.
Is that better? Is that better?
Yes, it's better. Thank you. Great.
Buenos días, hermanos y hermanas. Bienvenidos el día de hoy al Hondoque en la sesión 545. Mi nombre es Osmin Ruiz, voy a ser su maestro de ceremonia. El día de hoy tenemos hermanos de los países de Barbados, República Dominicana y Nicaragua. Como grupo anfitrión es la IAFLP. Damos la bienvenida a todas las familias bendecidas, hermanos y hermanas que se unen hoy a nuestra condición de devoción matutina de Hondoque, en especial a los que se nos unen por primera vez. Me da mucha alegría el poder verlos y empezar de nuevo un día de bendición y gracias juntos como una región. Acompáñenme a realizar la declaración de apertura. Hoy es Hanchiil, en el 8º día, en el 11º mes, según el calendario celestial, en el 10º año del Chonilguk, 1 de diciembre del año 2022. En la sesión 545 de Hondoque Matutino ofrecemos nuestra devoción para la victoria de la visión 2027 unidos como una sagrada comunidad esperanzadora. A continuación vamos a ofrecer una reverencia, saludo a nuestros padres celestiales y padres verdaderos del cielo, la tierra y de la humanidad. Chonjin, Champumunike, Kyumbe, Paru. Hoy es Hanchiil. A través del Hanchiil estamos ahora entrando en el reino del amor verdadero. Vamos a recitar todo el juramento de las familias. Juramento de las familias. 1. Nuestra familia soberana del Chingilguk promete con amor verdadero restaurar nuestra tierra natal original y fundar el ideal original de la creación, el reino de los cielos en la tierra y en el cielo. 2. Nuestra familia soberana del Chongilguk promete con amor verdadero y en asistencia a los padres celestiales y a los padres verdaderos ser una familia central del cosmos, representarlo perfeccionando el deber moral de ser hijos de piedad filial en el hogar, patriotas ante la nación, santos ante el mundo y una familia de hijos sagrados ante el cosmos. 3. Nuestra familia soberana del Chingilguk promete con amor verdadero perfeccionar las 4 grandes esferas del corazón, los 3 grandes reinados y el ámbito de una familia real. 4. Nuestra familia soberana del Chongilguk promete con amor verdadero crear una gran familia universal, el ideal divino de la creación y perfeccionar un mundo de libertad, paz, unidad y felicidad. 5. Nuestra familia soberana del Chongilguk promete con amor verdadero promover a diario un desarrollo progresivo hacia la unidad del mundo celestial subjetivo con el mundo terrenal objetivo. 6. Nuestra familia soberana del Chongilguk promete con amor verdadero ser una familia que movilice la fortuna celestial en lugar de los padres celestiales y los padres verdaderos y perfeccione una familia que conecte a nuestro entorno con la bendición celestial. 7. Nuestra familia soberana del Chongilguk promete con amor verdadero, mediante una vida de servicio en conexión al linaje original, perfeccionar el mundo y la cultura del corazón. 8. Nuestra familia soberana del Chongilguk promete con amor verdadero, al entrar en la era del Chongilguk, realizar el ideal de la unidad del amor divino y el amor humano con fe, amor y obediencia absolutos y perfeccionar la liberación de los reinos terrenal y celestial. Estoy muy feliz de invitar a nuestro querido hermano mayor de la linda República Dominicana Celestial. Él es el señor Cándido Gómez Veraz. un hermano maravilloso con el que uno se siente feliz de compartir con él. Él nos honra ofreciendo la oración representativa en nombre de todos nosotros. Bienvenido y muchas gracias, hermano señor Cándido. Tiene la palabra.
Muchas gracias y buenos días. Iniciamos con una cita bíblica de Isaías 46:11. Tal como lo he dicho, así se cumplirá. Y como lo he planeado, así lo haré. Amantísimo y eterno Padre, Madre del cielo, la tierra y toda la humanidad. Preciosos Padres verdaderos, que con tanto amor nos han acogido y nos han protegido y nos han traído juntos como una familia para que aprendamos el amor verdadero, el amor original y así poder crear esa única cultura del corazón en la cual todos seremos más que una sola nación, una sola familia. Gracias, Padre, que las cosas viejas están pasando y todas deben ser hechas nuevas. Sabemos que su poder es lo más importante, pero nuestras manos son la segunda parte. Muchas gracias por habernos llamado a participar de la obra de la restauración en nuestras propias naciones, en nuestras regiones, en nuestros continentes y donde quiera que sea en todo el mundo. Somos la familia de los padres verdaderos. Somos la familia original que usted había querido tener cuando los primeros padres se la niegan. Le pedimos perdón porque desde aquel tiempo a la fecha hemos pasado por tantas inclemencias y dificultades, tanto usted como la humanidad hemos sufrido. Hemos sido víctimas de nuestros propios errores, de nuestra propia ignorancia y finalmente hemos creado una sociedad que no nos conviene. Por eso este mundo está destinado a la destrucción. Desafortunadamente, hoy día tenemos que ver con nuestros ojos cómo sufre la humanidad en todas partes. A través de los medios de comunicación, nadie puede alegar ignorancia. Todos sabemos que el mundo está muy mal y a borde de la destrucción permanentemente como fue en el pasado, así también es ahora. El mundo está en manos de nadie, pero usted sí está a cargo del mundo. Usted está a cargo y especialmente a través de nosotros, la Sagrada Comunidad, que hemos dicho presente a los padres verdaderos. Usted tiene una luz al final del túnel, usted puede ver una esperanza. Por eso oramos por cada familia bendecida, para que podamos levantar nuestro estándar y podamos ejecutar las tres bendiciones cabalmente, llevando también así la bendición a nuestros parientes, a nuestras tribus, porque eventualmente todas las naciones dependen y esperan que nosotros seamos victoriosos, aunque ellos no lo saben. Nosotros sí sabemos que la única salida de nuestras naciones está en la victoria de la familia verdadera, de las familias bendecidas de cada uno de nosotros. Por eso estamos muy agradecidos y orgullosos de nuestros padres verdaderos, agradecidos de nuestros líderes que nos han ayudado a organizar ya por regiones. Por favor, bendiga a esta sagrada comunidad de Centroamérica y el Caribe, igual que toda la América Latina celestial. Oramos que nosotros podamos rápidamente avanzar para poder mostrar a este mundo una luz al final, una esperanza y una forma de salir de este mundo y entrar al nuevo orden que tanto temen las personas. Sabemos cómo este orden viene de su mano, viene del cielo. Nosotros, nuestra responsabilidad hacerlo. Por favor, guíenos para que nosotros seamos victoriosos, tanto en este mes que hoy empezamos, como en este día de civil, en el resto de este año y el año venidero, que sea realmente de victoria para usted, los padres verdaderos, y para cada familia bendecida, en particular en esta sagrada comunidad de Centroamérica y el Caribe. Cada familia bendecida por cada miembro y por cada habitante de cada nación. Se lo pedimos por los méritos y la victoria de nuestro Señor Jesucristo. En el nombre de los padres verdaderos, Cándido Gómez Vera, esposo de la familia Gómez Yamaguchi, que es familia bendecida central.
Muchas gracias, hermano Cándido. Es un honor para mí invitar a otro hermano grandioso de segunda generación, hijo del señor Gary, la señora Gail Bay de Barbados Celestial. Él es el joven Bobby Bay. Él nos honra leyendo las palabras del Hondo Que. Bienvenido y gracias, hermano Bobby. Adelante.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah. On the other hand, the family, nation, or world that lacks such true love is nothing more than an empty shell, and it will degenerate and breed distrust, animosity, and immorality. It is in the family that our pure, true love grows and is perfected. The true family is the initial stage in which the different types of true love, different types of love between true parents, true husbands and wives, true children, and true brothers and sisters are put into practice and grow together to reach fruition. The true family is the fundamental nucleus of a peaceful world, for it is here that we learn about God's true love through the love of true parents. Also, it is here that through the true love of true brothers and sisters, we receive training to acquire a universal love for the true nation, true world, and all humanity. Moreover, the true family is the basic unit linking history. Through true love being handed down from parent to child, the past, present, and future generations are linked together by a consistent value system. Just as we cannot expect infertile land to bear bountiful fruit, we cannot expect a family that has been destroyed to produce a person who will function appropriately in society and the world. Thus, each of you young people in this age have to first become the embodiment of true love and the principal actors in building the foundation for a true family culture and true family tradition. Beyond the true family, it is in the context of a nation that young people can put their ideals and energies into practice. For this reason, the strength of a particular country is to be measured not on the basis of its political, economic, or military might, or by its cultural influence, but by weighing the temperament of that country's young people and their sense of patriotic loyalty. Young people are the sprouts, and if the sprout wilts, then the tree has no future. However, what is the reality of young people around the world today? The ultimate problems faced by all countries are those concerning their young people. Political, economic, social, and environmental issues can be addressed through the means such as institutional improvements and government fundings. Laws, military power, and economic strength, however, cannot solve the problems of youth. These problems cannot be resolved by coercion. The only way is for young people to be responsible for themselves. For that to happen, they have to lead sacrificial lives and become manifestations of true love, thereby establishing their positions as masters of true love. True love is the starting point.
Just a moment.
Sure. True love is the starting point of all ideals, and its practice will continue eternally. It will serve young people as a force more powerful than life itself. When young people acquire a new outlook on their country that is guided by true love, then that country will discover new possibilities for advancement. When diverse groups in the nation adopt an attitude based on true love, they will be able to rise above the confines of their competing interests and establish a society of cooperation, harmony, and progress. True love is the center. The primary force that moves a country forward arises from true love in the form of sacrificial and patriotic loyalty. Among numerous national heroes whom we respect today, there is not one who did not exemplify a life of patriotic sacrifice rooted in true love. Furthermore, in today's world, there are many challenges arising from differences due to region, race, religion, culture, customs, language, and citizenship that we have to overcome to bring about a united world of peace. If we view the world from the perspective of the creator of all things in the universe, that is, through God's eyes of true love, then we can see that the world is one entity. Despite differences of race, religion, language, philosophy, and so forth. When young people dedicate themselves to sacrifice and service based on God's true love, then they can start to solve the world's problems such as poverty and hunger. In addition, they can begin to heal the wounds caused by differences in economic standards and feelings of animosity and hatred arising from different historical experiences. In a time when everything needs to be renewed, those who cannot renew themselves will decline and ultimately perish. A seed that fails to sprout at the appropriate time decays. When the new morning comes, we have to put on a new set of clothes. When the new season arrives, we have to arrange a new living environment for ourselves. What is most important here is that we first need to renew ourselves, as true love involves loving even those who are difficult to love. From this definition, we can acquire a clear sense of direction to surmount the challenges of enmity and hostility. The philosophical tension between freedom and equality also can be resolved in the environment of true love. Within the philosophy of true love, it is also possible to reconcile the historical conflict between God and humanity, as well as conflicts among people. In manifesting true love, God gives and then forgets that he has given. His only desire is to continue in the act of giving. It is this true love that will enable us to overcome selfishness and move forward into a world of harmony and prosperity. The logic of true love is that the family sacrifices for the country sacrifices for the world, and the world sacrifices for the sake of God. This perspective enables us to look beyond tribalism and national self-interest and is to set our sights on a world of eternal peace. We need to establish a true youth culture. More than at any other time in history, the problems we face today compel us to consider all people of the world as sharing a common fate. Problems that arise in any particular region or between any two countries can immediately affect the world's balance of power and its economics. As a result of advances in communications technology, hours, minutes, and sometimes only seconds separate the world's population. Even at this moment, we can communicate our thoughts to the entire world simultaneously through the internet. Through the hundreds of communications satellites in space, the world has already been brought together as one community, allowing the worldwide population to live together as one universal family. The power and philosophy of true love is a master key that can comprehensively unlock the problems of all individuals, families, and nations of the world, thus establishing universal peace on every level. It is you, the youth of true love, who are to be the principal actors in putting such true love into practice. Purity, freshness, vigor, strength, courage, challenge, progress, sacrifice, endurance, ideals, hope. These are all words of blessing that are bestowed especially on true youth. These words manifest their real value for the first time when true youth practice true love in the family, nation, and world. Furthermore, true youth represent the substantiation of true hope. Only those who present a new vision and direction and put it into practice can become the principal actors of the new age. This is an insight that is well established in history. The marriage blessing movement is a universal cultural revolution. Through a movement for absolute love and absolute purity, you have to establish a true youth culture based on true love. You must always remember that for you, the true youth who have to protect the family with true love, the greatest enemies are the social trends of moral degradation, including sexual decadence and self-indulgence. Our supreme task is to establish true families that will be the foundations of true love. Our result in this task will determine whether humanity will survive or be destroyed. From this standpoint, the movement for the future blessing of 360 million couples will be a global cultural revolution that the world has to accomplish. The very survival of humanity is at stake. This event will establish the beginning of a new moral epoch never before seen in human history. I firmly believe that when you, who are the true youth, become the embodiments of true love and the principal actors in building true families, true nations, and a true world, the coming 21st century will unfold to produce a future of hope and vision. Thus, to accomplish the international blessing of 360 million couples in the future, I would like to ask that you return to your countries, create supporting organizations, and enthusiastically work for this goal. I pray that God's blessings may be with you. Thank you very much.
Osmin.
Gracias. Bien, muchas gracias al señor Cándido por la oración y también al joven Bobby por la lectura. Ahora estoy muy feliz y tengo el honor de presentar a un invitado especial. Nos acompaña del lindo país de Barbados Celestial, la señora Gail Adele Bey, quien compartirá unas palabras de guía, inspiración o testimonio con todos nosotros. Una vez más, muchas gracias y bienvenida, estimada hermana Gail. Recibámosles con fuertes aplausos.
Thank you, everybody. It's so nice having our son Bobby here because he arrived a couple of days ago. He's our youngest of our 4 children, and he's the youngest son. We have 3 boys and 1 girl, and we always refer to Bobby as the Holy Rock baby because we were doing 1,000-day prayer condition at the Holy Rock at Belvedere, New York. And at the completion of 1,000 days of prayer, 8 babies came, and Bobby was one of them. So we always say Bobby's a Holy Rock baby. So I want to share with you the recent webinar that we finding solutions to problems, addressing the inner conflict that exists within each one of us. I want to say thank you very much to all the brothers and sisters that helped make this a success. So as you can see, I was the moderator, and we had Hunsuk Nim, and we had Dr. Ann Higgins, Arts and Culture. We had the Governor General of St. Lucia. We had First Lady of Bahamas, a Congresswoman of Honduras, and a civic leader from Barbados. And Blessy closed us out. Blessy is the president of she's the international coordinator of IAFLP. So Dr. Julia Moon, many of us know her as Hunsuk Nim. She started us off with peace and clarity with her crystal clear message about inner conflict and how to resolve it. This is Dr. Ann Higgins, and she gave the congratulatory remarks. You remember her from the World Summit when she danced in Korea. She was a Governor General for 20 years in St. Lucia, Dame Dr. Perlette Louisi, and she said Reverend Moon was right when he advised each one of us to gain dominion over ourselves first before we attempt to gain dominion over others. I thought it was nice that she mentioned that. This is a former First Lady of the Bahamas, and she was so sweet by saying, Dr. Julia Moon, your parents must be very happy to see that you continue the work that they have begun. And I'm proud to be a part of that in bringing peace to the world. So here we have civic leader, Barbados represented, St. Lucia, Dr. Julia, and the Bahamas. This is our Congresswoman. She is the Vice President of the Congress of Honduras. She's a former First Lady and a beauty queen, a former beauty queen. And she spoke Spanish. This is our civic leader in Barbados. She was the president of the Lions Club of Bridgetown, and under her leadership, she won an International Lions Club Excellency Award. She's such a lovely girl, always positive, Christian-minded. She gave a good speech. And you can see here, we had Lorna, people from all over the world joined. And Blessy closed us out. And she gave a comment, what each woman said, which made the women feel they were heard and they were understood. And you know how women love to be heard and understood. And yeah. So if you want to see the video, oh, actually, Bobby, go here. If you want to see the video on YouTube, you go to UPF IAFLP. I can't play it. Oh, it's just a picture. Okay. And so I just want to say, Blessy and I did 40 days of prayer before the webinar. And I want to say that Mother is telling us that we can make miracles now very easily if we follow the strategy. So we hold Mother's hand, we unite with our central figure, we offer our devotions for a time period. For me, it was 40 days of devotion. We unite with others, and the victory comes. It's as simple as that. And of course, action too. But I want to thank Kimiko Suzuki. She helped me to connect with Dr. Higgins. We were trying to get her to the Divine Principle seminar. I want to thank Remy for connecting me with Perlette Louisi, the Governor General. I want to thank Mario for connecting me with Mrs. Nasrallah of Honduras. I want to thank Eliezer for suggesting Nicola of the Lions Club. She said yes right away. I want to thank Gary for his amazing organized brain. My brain is so unorganized, but my husband's brain is so organized. And he's such a good administrator. So it really helped a lot. And I want to thank Dr. Julia Hunsutnim because the reflection of my glasses was so bright that she wrote me a chat during the webinar and she said, we can't see your eyes because the glare in the glasses is so strong. So she said, turn down your light on the computer. And I'm so amazed. That helps so much. So, you know, I'm just saying that we all help. We can all help each other. And I have to create a checklist because whenever we do a webinar, we have to have a good checklist so we don't get nervous. My husband said, don't get nervous, write the checklist, check it off one at a time. So I'm trying to do that. And last thing is never, ever, ever give up. Because many times my experience is a huge victory comes at the very last moment. And this was the same thing. For a long time, there was nobody, no confirmations, but at the very last minute, you know, that's when the result comes. And I want to say that everybody has a gift. Everybody has a talent. Some people can communicate. Some people can administer. Some people can't do anything, but they know things and they can share that knowledge with others. Everybody can help. And I just want to say that next year, we're ending this year now and we're starting a new year. So I just want to work well together because when we work well together, it's more fun and it brings a bigger victory. So today, Reverend Sang Suk Kim was supposed to speak and he was supposed to, you know, get us ready for next year. And for some reason, it's me. But all I want to say is let's hold Mother's hand and let's help each other. If you know a congressman, send them to UPF. If you know a first lady, send them to me. If you know a head of state, you know, send them to UPF and let's work well together. And that's it, I think. We can't do anything alone. We do a lot together. We can't do anything alone. And how many people watched it? I don't have the numbers, but what I do know is that the Lions Club president shared it with her group. Mrs. Nasrallah of Honduras shared the webinar with her group. The Dominican Republic headquarters shared with their group. I shared it with my 800 Facebook friends, and they shared it with their friends. So I don't have exact numbers, but I'm sure that a lot of people watched it. So that's all I want to say today, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. How many minutes? It was 10 or 15 minutes. Oh.
Bien, muchas gracias, señora Gail. A todos los hermanos y hermanas que se nos unen hoy por primera vez en la sesión de Junto que muchas gracias, bienvenidos y bienvenidas. A continuación vamos a hacer todos la oración al unísono. Oremos.
Gracias.
Un especial agradecimiento a la Sagrada Comunidad del Grupo Anfitrión, la Asociación Internacional de Primeras Damas Regional. Un agradecimiento al intérprete del día de hoy, nuestro hermano Rodolfo Ramos. Éxitos y bendiciones en sus misiones a todos ustedes, líderes, familias bendecidas, apreciados hermanos y hermanas de la Sagrada Comunidad de Anonimoní. Hemos concluido la sesión de Conducti. Ogmansei para todos. Bendiciones, hermanos y hermanas. Gracias.
Muchas gracias a todos. Buen día.
Excelente día para todos, muchas gracias.
What's this Spanish?
Bobby, you are welcome tomorrow.
Bendiciones para todos. Tengan un hermoso día.
Hasta mañana.
Bobby, you are welcome tomorrow too.
Hasta mañana.
Y gracias. Hasta mañana.
Vaya con Dios.
Gracias a todos. Bobby, you are welcome tomorrow and after tomorrow too.
Good morning.
And after tomorrow too.
Good job, Bobby.
We are very happy to meet you here.
Very happy.
Ah, dear brother, Peter, how are you?
Patricia.
Good job.
Teresa.
Teresa.
Gracias a todos, mucho ánimo y bendiciones en este día de Chile, en todo mes, en este año. Ansí.
Con Dios.
Daisy.
Daisy, hola, que tengas un buen mes.
Buenos días, buen mes. Feliz día de Anchi.
Buen día, Aina.
Buenos días,
Un abrazo.
Teresa. Feliz día de Anchil.
Feliz día. Feliz mes de diciembre y feliz 2022.